Hi everyone, NETFQ here. This is just going to be a quick video just to show you a neat trick I've learned how to get my NullSec characters into HiSec without having to run through the gauntlet of gate camps and smart bombing materials. So this technique involves jump cloning and using your home school as a jump point or death clone point. And yeah, it's basically something that you can use every 24 hours depending on your info morph synchronization skill. If you have a look here, my skill at the moment is currently at 3. So as you can see there, it reduces the time between clone jumps by 1 hour per level. So normally it's 24 hours, so I've currently got it at 3, which means I can use this technique every 22 hours. Sorry, not 22 hours, 21 hours, which is pretty good. So yeah, first of all, what you need to do is you need to set your home station. Now, the great thing about setting your home station, you can do it from anywhere and there is no penalty. It's free of charge. It doesn't add any delays until the next time you can change your home station. You can put your home station to your school anytime you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my home station. So I go change home station. Currently it's set to DTAC-F, which is my NullSec staging point. But as you can see, I can set it to my home school. This is a school that I first went to when I first started the game, and it's free of charge and doesn't cost anything. So I'm going to quickly set that, and that's it. It is set. The next thing you need to do is you need to get out of the ship you're in, because you need to change to an empty clone, because you definitely don't want to use this in one of your clones that has expensive implants, and that would not be advisable. So if I leave the ship and I go to my character tab, and as you can see, currently this character does have implants that I really don't want to lose. So I go to my jump clones, and again, you can jump to a clone in the same station, free of charge, and it doesn't cause any delay, and before the next time you can jump clone, which is fantastic. So as you can see, I do have another clone in this station that I've installed, and I'm going to jump to it. It has no implants in, which is exactly what I want, so I'm going to jump to it, and I'm going to say yes, and there we go. I've just jumped to it, and as you can see, this one has no implants in. Now, the most important thing you need to do in order to make this work correctly is you've got to make sure that you do have a jump clone in the station that you can jump back to. And as you can see, I've still got my clone that has all my implants in it, and it is in the station. So that's very important to use, or to have there. So that's it. I'm all set to go. So my home station is now my school, which is fantastic, and I'm in a clone that has no implants. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to undock, there we go, and I'm going to right click my ship and say self-destruct. There we go, 2 minutes. I'm going to go bye-bye. So we'll just wait for 2 minutes, and I'll show you the next step. This is always a slow part. Yeah, one of the features that they added in the latest release is the fact that when you do set your pod to self-destruct, you lose your tether from the citadel that you're attached to, or you normally are attached to. Because normally you'd self-destruct and you'll still be tethered, but obviously they've removed that now in the latest patch. So just one of the things that they've added, which is good in a way, because then it allows anyone to come along and kill your pod, because you're vulnerable now. Sort of helps to speed up the process if someone does do that. But unfortunately there's no one around at the moment that can help me out, so I'm going to have to wait the full 2 minutes to kill myself. Now, one of the things I am going to do is I'm actually going to take a screen capture of me dead. So I think that'll make a great thumbnail for this video. So any time now, I'm going to die. God, it's like watching paint dry, isn't it? And there we go. Dead as a door now. Right, and as you can see, it's activating my new clone in my home school. And there we go. I am now in HiSec, which is fantastic. Now, it may seem very, very scary, especially if you've been living in NullSec for a long time, because you've got all these newts currently in system, which is really horrible to see. But one of the things, though, that you must do, especially if you're in a well-known alliance that has many enemies in HiSec, you really want to have a fast ship that you can get around in. Otherwise, you are going to get caught and you are going to die. Unfortunately, currently in the station, I don't have anything. I just have the ibis that you normally start with, and that's it. But luckily, I do have an alt in HiSec. This is one of my alt characters, and she just roams around HiSec doing various things. And one of the things she does is transport goods around. And as you can see in her inventory, she does have a nice fast crusader that she is now going to give to my one of my main characters who's just been potted over. So she is just going to give him that, and she's going to give him all that, and going to go accept. And over at my main, he's going to say yes, I love all that, brilliant. Assemble ship, make active. Let's have a look at it. And we'll stick them in. So this is just basically a how would you say, a fast interceptor, just to get me around HiSec quick. There's no no offensive weapons on it. All it is to align quickly and get into warp quickly, to avoid any gate camps that we may encounter. Now, one of the reasons why you'd want to go to HiSec, and for me that would be to get my research data cores. So if you have a look here, if I go to my journal, I do have some, how would you say, some reputation, I should say, with different research and development corporations, namely the how do you pronounce that? Laodai Corporation Factory, and there's several research agents dotted around HiSec, and they are researching for me the different types of data cores, like like the gravitational physics one, the electronic engineering one, and the Caldari starship engineering data cores. And as you can see, there's quite a few reputation points that I've got there. And what I want to do is I need to go visit these people and I need to convert these reputation points into these actual data calls. And the only way you can do that is actually to go and visit these agents that are in HiSec. So it's something that I don't do on a regular basis, but there is going to be a time that you're going to want to do this, and you want to try and do it as safely as possible. So this is one of the ways that you can do it, and that's to death clone to your home school, and then jump clone back up to NullSec, or down to NullSec, depending on where you live. So yeah, let's go and click these. So I'm going to say set that as my destination. And how many jumps away is that? That's not bad, that's 10 jumps. And then I'm going to add that as a waypoint, so I can click this one as well. So 20 jumps in total, and I'll go here as well and set that as a waypoint. So that's 26 jumps in total to go and visit 3 research agents in HiSec. So what I'll do is I'll fast forward the video from this point, because you don't want to see me having to jump 26 jumps. So we'll go ahead and do that, and I will unpause, I'll run the video at normal speed when I get to each agent, so we can communicate with them, and yeah, just convert the research points into data calls. So yeah, I'll catch you very shortly. And here we are. We are in the system that the first research agent is at. So let's go dock up and have a conversation with them, and find out if they're going to be nice enough to give me some data calls.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Luckily I haven't ran into anything, which is fantastic. Right, here we are. So as you can see, there's a whole bunch of agents. There's only one agent here, and that's the agent I need to speak to. It's a level 4 agent. So let's go start a conversation with them. And I want to buy some data calls. So I click on this button. I don't want to do any missions. No, don't want to do that. Too risky, especially in HiSec with the people that have war decked our corporation and alliance. It's just too risky to run any missions. So I'm just here to buy data calls. So I click on that, and as you can see there, I can set the quantity between 0 and 98. So as you can see, data core minus my gravitational physics, 100 research points plus 10,000 ISK is basically, the going rate. So with my current skills and the amount of research points that I've got, I can at maximum buy 98 data cores. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to say 98, which is a max, and I'm going to say OK, and It's going to cost me just under 1,000,000 ISK, and that was it. So let's have a look. They should be in my hangar, and there we go. So current market, they are worth 18.3 million ISK, which saves you quite a bit of money. So what I'm going to do is I am actually going to contract these to my HiSec alt, because I don't really want to be transporting these around, especially in HiSec, just in case I do get insta-popped or insta-locked by something, and then I'm just going to lose everything. So I don't want to do that. And my alt, I've actually forgotten her name, so let me go back over and just find out the name. Okay, that's the name there. So I am going to just contract this to my alt, so she can go around and collect them and transport them back to a trade hub and get them couriered back up to, or I should say freighted back up to NullSec for me. So I will create that contract, and there we go. I'll go back over and I'll accept that contract. Accept contract. Yes, I want to accept that contract. So there we go. So now it'll be on her waypoint, so she can go, because she's in a corporation that's not war decked, and she's in a pretty tanky ship. So as long as she stays, at 0.6 systems and above, she's pretty safe. She's not going to get ganked properly at all. It wouldn't be worth their time, and she can just safely go around and click all these data cores. So I'll go back over to my main now, and I finished with this agent, so I'm going to undock and I'm going to go to the next waypoint, and I'll fast forward the video and come back to you when I've reached the next one. Right, and here we are. We have arrived at the next research center,
Docking request accepted.
or corporation factory, I should say. So let's quickly dock up and talk to the agent and get our data calls. So here's quite a few of them. I don't know which one it is, so one of the things you can do is you can just click on your little journal, and you can say the one in this one, and you can right click and start conversation. Saves you having to figure out which R&D research agent it is, although you probably could tell it was that one since it was level 4 and the others were level 2 and 3. So anyway, right, buy data calls. Yes, I'd like 98 of them. Thank you very much. Okay. Right, thank you. Right click. There they are. These are saying there are about 10 million. So I will create a contract to that one there. Yes, next. Yep. Yep. Alright, go back over, accept contract. Thank you very much. Right, and on to the last one. And here we go. We're at the last corporation
Docking permission
factory to
requested.
get our last set of data calls. And then after that we'll make our way back to our school and yeah, jump clone back up to well, down, for my case it's down to NullSec. So here we go, last research agent is here. Start a conversation with them. And we'll say buy, and again we'll buy the max, which is 98. Here we go. Right, we will create a contract and we'll send them to our alt. Right, we'll go to our alt, we'll accept that contract. Great, we'll come back to our guy here. So what we'll do is we'll go to our clone bay and we will say right click on our home station and say set destination, and it's actually only 2 jumps away, so that's pretty awesome. So we'll quickly go back to our school, and the great thing about it is the next time I do this I will have this ship available to me at my school that I can use to zip around HiSec. Now, not only can you use this to, obviously go speak to agents and do various things, but you can also go and you can buy skill books and you can inject the skill books directly without having to get skill books couried up or down to NullSec. You can just go yourself to HiSec using this technique, buy the skill books from wherever they may be, inject them, and then just clone yourself or jump clone yourself back up to HiSec, sorry, to NullSec. So that's another reason why you'd want to use this technique. It's just very easy to do and saves you having to spend money getting skill books couriered up to where you are. You can actually go to where the skill books are using this technique and yeah, just directly inject them uh, you know without having to move them around at all, and potentially get them lost, or to get them blown out of the sky by some freighter pilot that doesn't know what he's doing or gets caught out when he should have been more vigilant. So it can save you a lot of money.
Docking request accepted.
So there we go. We're now back home. Well, I won't say this is home, it's back to our school. So what I'll do is I will now leave the ship and I will keep the ship here because I will be using it in future. So there we go. I'm now out of this out of the ship, and yeah, I come to my character here and I can say jump clones, and as you can see we've still got our jump clone that's in NullSec that has all my implants in it. So I will just click on jump and I will say yep, it'll cost me 900k to jump to it, and I'll say yep, that's fine. And it basically says that doing this, the clone can be destroyed if the structure is destroyed, blah 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 blah. But we know all that anyway. And here we go. I'm now back in NullSec, and as you can see, I've just got this timer now. As I said, at the start of this video, normally it's 24 hours, but with my skills set at was it my info morph synchronization skill is currently level 3, which means I get 3 hours off the 24, so it's 21 hours that I have to wait before I can use this technique again. So one of the things you must do though is, because we actually death clone to our school, we don't have a clone now in the station. So one thing you should do is go to your clone bay, which is here, and install a clone in the station or citadel that that had the clone that you destroyed. So I've just installed it. So as you can see now, I've got a fresh clone here that I can jump to next time I want to go back down to HiSec. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it informative, and yeah, it's just a quick and easy way that you can get down to HiSec, roam around, do whatever you need to do, and jump clone back up to NullSec, and yeah, in the space of, what was that? Not long at all, doing all of that, and it definitely saves you having to travel in a travel fit interceptor, having to travel all the way down to HiSec and all the way back up to NullSec. You can just easily use this technique. And again, as long as you don't want to use this character for anything else within the next 21 hours, let's say your alliance needs you to go to a staging area for a quick fight or something, and obviously you can't because you've got a 20-hour delay before you can jump clone again. As long as you've got the time and this character isn't going to need to jump clone anywhere else within 20 hours or so, however your skills are, then yeah, this technique is fantastic to jump to and from HiSec. So yeah, I hope you found this video entertaining, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you didn't like it, please give it a thumbs down. It would really help me out a lot to know what you guys and girls like and what you don't like. And if you want to see more of this type of video, then please subscribe to my channel, and it'll definitely give me the encouragement to make more videos. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.